Good morning, my dear students. I, Annu, welcome you to the online class of chemistry, lesson 4, class 6, matter. In this chapter, we are going to study about what is matter, how many states does the matter has, what is the reason that causes the difference in these states, general properties of solids, and general properties of liquids. So let us begin. A book, a pen, a table, chair, ice cube, and the air around us are all made up of matter. All these things, they take space, they also have weight, right? All the things that we have talked already about or that we are talking about in this picture, that is glasses, butterfly, computer, coffee, desk, chair, person, cat, all these things, they have their own weight or mass and they occupy the space, right? So all these things which we can see in the picture, they are called as matter. Even the air that we see around us, that is also made up of matter. The amount of space, anything that anything occupies is called its volume. So how much a thing weighs actually depends on its mass. Okay. So any other thing, how much weight it has, it is depending on its mass. We can see that the solids and liquids, they also occupy space. We can feel the weight of a solid or liquid in our hands. This tells us that they have mass. But it may be difficult for us to visualize that air takes up space and has mass. How can we see or how can we judge that air has space and it has mass? Let us take an example. Suppose you blow the air into a balloon. The balloon now occupies a greater space than before. The space occupied by the inflated balloon is equal to the volume of air inside it. That means as we inflate the balloon, the weight of the balloon also increases. And why it increases? It increases because of the additional mass of the air inside the balloon. That is why we can say that the air takes up space and it also has mass and it is matter. Thus, everything that we see around us is made of matter and it occupies space. So how can we define matter? Matter is anything that has mass and occupies space. Matter is anything that has mass and occupies space. Very simple. Let us move further. Matter. Right. Matter is anything that has mass and occupies space as said earlier. And the amount of space something takes up is called its volume. These are the two important points that we should be remembering about matter. Now let us move further. Matter. States of matter. States of matter. A matter has three states. Matter has three states. We have solid, liquid, and gas. Here, my dear students, in the picture, we can see here the example of solid is taken of ice. When ice is melted, it changes into liquid, that has become water. And when water is boiled and heated, it changes into vapor, that is gas. So the states of matter are three, that is solid, liquid, and gas. But what are the states of water? Can you think and tell me according to the presentation? Yes, you can tell me, my dear students, what are the states of water? Yes, they are ice, water, and water vapor. So matter has three states. The kind of matter, that is the substance contained in a pen, is different from that contained in a book. So a pen is different from a book. They cannot be changed into one another. Why? Because they are made up of different substances. Ice melts on being heated and water freezes on being cooled. Also, water can form water vapor on being heated, and water vapor condenses to form water again. Thus, ice, water, and water vapor can be converted into one form to another. So they are made of same kind of matter, that is same substance, that is water. Yet they differ from each other. They are different in their states. Although all the three, that is ice, water and water vapor, are made up of three same substance, water, but the states in which they occur, that is different. So matter can exist in three states, that is solid, liquid, gas. Now we can easily classify the things according to the states they are in. A book, a pen, table, chair, all these are in solid state. Water, milk, honey, they are in liquid state. And the air we see around us is in the gaseous state. I hope it might be clear to you, my dear students. Let us move further. Matter has three states. This is already told. That is ice, it melts on being heated, and water freezes on being cooled. And water forms water vapor on being heated, and again when we cool water vapor, it gets converted into water. Thus, ice, water and water vapor can be converted from one form to the another form. Moving further, we have what causes a difference in the states. We know that matter is made up of small particles which are called as molecules. Matter is made up of small particles called as molecules. These particles are so small that they cannot be seen even under an ordinary microscope. Remember, molecules attract each other with a force that is called as intermolecular force or cohesion. The molecules of which the matter is made from, they attract each other with a force that is called as intermolecular force or cohesion. There is also some space between these molecules that is called as intermolecular space. As we will move further, you will be able to see that in the picture, that is intermolecular space. Although we cannot be able to see intermolecular force, but we can see the space between the molecular arrangement in the solids. So remember that. The 3 points are important. Matter is made up of small particles called as molecules. Molecules attract each other with a force that is called as intermolecular force or cohesion. And the space between the molecules is called as the intermolecular space. Now let us see an activity related to that. Take a dry. In order to have a clear idea of intermolecular space, we can see this activity. Take a dry plastic beaker and place some pebbles or glass balls in it. As you can see in picture, my dear students, we have taken a plastic beaker and in that we have kept some glass pebbles, that is some pebbles or glass balls. Now add some sand, salt or sugar to the beaker second and shake it a little. That is same beaker. Here the picture is second, that is shown after adding sugar, sand or Salt. What do we observe? The sand, salt or sugar will occupy the space between the pebbles or the glass balls. Is it clear? The sand, salt or sugar will occupy the space between the pebbles or the glass balls. We can see that clearly in the third picture. The greater the cohesion, the closer will be the molecules to each other. What is cohesion? That is greater the intermolecular force, the closer will be the molecules to each other. That means that force is going to hold the molecules together. That means there would be a less space between them. And weaker the force, that is intermolecular force, the further apart will be the molecules. So the greater the cohesion, closer will be the molecules, and weaker the cohesion, the further apart will be the molecules. So my dear students, the cohesion is the strongest in solids, weaker in liquids, and weakest in gas. That is, the force is strongest in solids, weaker in liquids, and weakest in gas. Therefore, the intermolecular space is minimum in solids, larger in liquids, and largest in gases. These facts help us to explain the properties of solids, liquids, and gases. Remember, my dear students, it is vice versa. We have two important things. We have intermolecular force and we have intermolecular space. If intermolecular force, if it is maximum in solids, then intermolecular space is minimum in solids. If intermolecular force is least in gases, so intermolecular space is maximum in gases. Is it clear, my dear students? Okay. So till here, all of you are going to go through this. Till I share my next video of the same chapter, all of you are going to go through this. And if you have any doubt, you can ask me in the online class, my dear students. But go through the video so that it is going to help you out in just making the chapter more clear to you, understandable to you. Still you have any doubt, you can ask me in the online class. Thank you, my dear students, for watching this video. And please do wait for the next video. Thank you so much.